Okay, so again, first things first, standard form or vertex form. You said vertex form, so I'm writing it there just so that if you are looking at that chart that we put in our notes that said you need this for your notes, you have it, okay? We know the vertex is HK, and what would that give me as my vertex then? Very good. Opposite of what I see, same as what I see. So 3, 2. Axis of symmetry, because this is the old stuff, is x equals h. And again, remember, here's h, okay? Opposite of what I see, same as what I see. So what is the axis of symmetry? X equals what? 3. I'm just going to do it just because it's habit. Does it open up or down? This one opens up. Very good. Would it be wide or narrow? Wide. And again, why wide? Because it's a fraction or a decimal. If it's a whole number, it's going to be more narrow. Okay? We're going to go ahead and I like to write my little formulas. Again, just because it's new. That's the correct P formula, yes? All right. Focus plus P on the focus, and then minus P on the directrix. Correct? All right. I like to write those formulas again because repetition helps us remember, correct? Yes. It's kind of crazy in this day and age that if I asked you to, repeat 5 numbers, you'd be like, whose numbers? Yeah, I got it in my contacts. But, yeah, we don't memorize stuff anymore very often. Again, looking at this, we do the P first. So we're going to practice solving a P first and then plug it in where we see P. So what is the A that I have in that equation? Ooh, 1/8. This one might be a little bit different, but still, same format. I make 4 be a fraction, correct? Yeah? How do I make 4 be a fraction? Put a 1 under it. Top times top, bottom times bottom gives me 4 times 1 and 1 times 8. Oh, that gives me a 1 over a 1/2. Is that correct? What's that going to give me? Does anybody know the rule? When you have a fraction within a fraction, we really do what? Oh, my other class didn't remember either. Multiply by the reciprocal. Yes. Okay, so we're going to take that top and we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom. So that top number, multiply by the reciprocal of the 1/2. Reciprocal means what? Flip a fraction. All right, so what's the reciprocal of 1/2? 2 over 1. So I take my top and I multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom. So 1 times 2 over 1, because flipping it is a reciprocal. That gives me, 2 over 1. And 2 over 1 really gives me a p-value of 2. All right? Wow, that one was a lot of work to get p. If you're not good with fractions and you don't remember that, what can we do? Change it to a decimal, punch it in a calculator, right? Yeah, either or. Now we're ready to do our focus and our directrix. All right, so focus. I'm going to go ahead and change my color a little here. We want H, which we already know is 3. I want K, which is 2, plus my P. So K plus P, P is 2, K is 2, 2 plus 2 gives me 4. So my focus is at 3, 4. H And then k plus p is 2 plus 2, which is 4. Directrix. All right, directrix is my line, k minus p, so I still take 2, but now I subtract the 2, which is the p. So y equals 0. And then what did we do with all that info before? Graphed it to make sure we did correct math, right? You bet. All right, we look like our biggest number is a 4. So, all right, I'm going to move this over here. Okay. All right, 3, 2 is my vertex. 3, 2. Axis of symmetry would be this line. We said it opens up. We said it was going to be more wide, didn't we? Because of the 1/4 wasn't, oh no, 1/8 this time. So I'm going to make it be wider than before. Wider than before. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's the same on this side though, does it? Remember, we know that it should be symmetric. There, that looks better. Directrix is at 3, 4. So when I go to do my focus and my directrix, focus was at 3, 4. Directrix is line y equals 0. So 3, 4. Right here. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? And then y equals 0 is this line right here, isn't it? All right. The parabola goes around that focus point away from the directrix. And then last but not least, transformations is what it asked us to write about, yes? So what do you notice? All right. It's more wide. Wider is good, yes. Remember that if the book was talking correct terminology, wider would be a vertical shrink, okay? Right, shrinking it, pulls it out. All right, what else do we notice? It went up 2. And what else? One more thing. Yep. And those would be transformations. Okay? So really, we're just adding a couple more steps on here, talking about that focus point and a directrix. Okay? Again, if we want to be specific, look at the distance. 1, 2 to the focus point from the vertex. 1, 2 to the directrix. So again, when I talked about the equidistant part of the vertex being in the middle of the focus and the directrix, it holds true. All right? Any questions there? All right, that's probably a good stopping point.